Welcome back to another episode of We Are One, You Are Two, a PlayStation podcast. I am your host, as always, Robert Fanzo, joined once again by, I guess, just back to Mr. Fortnite himself, Matt Rhodes.
It's pretty much true, yeah.
Are you still playing Prey?
I am. I was doing some cleanup trophies the other night. I'm still on my first playthrough, but yeah, I was doing some cleanup trophies, which will be fine, whatever. But I'm close to the end, I believe. Okay. I'm at the point where it says, "Oh, make sure you do all these collecting trophies before moving on, because there'll be parts of the space station that are inaccessible, basically."
Right.
So, I'm working on that, and then, yeah. So I feel like I'm close to the end, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many hours do you have into it?
I just realized that there's how much you've saved, like the hour that you saved at, but then there's also like an actual total on top of that. I noticed that when I was cleaning up the trophies, and I think almost 40. I want to say 38, maybe 39.
Damn, you're up to me, and it took me a whole year to get there.
Yeah.
I also quit playing it for 6 months, so.
Right. I've been pumping some hours into it. But I also went through it more thoroughly than you did.
Well, to be fair, I did go back and I got the all-persons trophy.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Popped very weirdly for me because I know you told me 265. I got to 264. I went into a room or a different part of the station, so a loading screen appeared. And then during the loading screen, that popped. Huh. And I was like, well, that sucks. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did snag the email one, kind of actually came naturally because I was actually trying to get all of the people. And when I was doing that, I realized there was a whole section of the station, Talos 1 bridge area.
Yeah.
I had never been to in the entire game. The entire 37 hours I put into it, I never stepped foot in that area.
That's exactly what happened to me at both the bridge and shuttle bay.
Yeah.
I hadn't gone to. I was like, oh, well, if I do these, I'm sure I'll be fine. And I was.
That's exactly what happened to me. I went through those and I was like, oh, so now I do have those trophies.
Yeah.
And so I'm probably at the same spot you are. I'm in the near the end mission, like the one that you can't go back because stuff gets closing off or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to platinum it, but I definitely will get as many trophies as I can. Just because it is a really good game, and I kind of forgot how good it was till you started playing it and started talking about it.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a little worried about the platinum for myself as well, because the next playthrough is supposed to be no needles, which means you can't use any mods.
Yep.
So, man, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is. And no, that takes a while because that leaves certain areas inaccessible.
Right.
That'll be a real pain in the ass. Cool. So what else have you been playing? Anything else?
I was just playing Fortnite. I did all my daily challenges, or weekly challenges, rather. So that was nice. I finished that up before we got on here. The Battle Pass for Rocket League came out on December 10th. So.
Oh, nice.
Or the Rocket Pass, whatever. I guess not Battle Pass, Rocket Pass. But anyway, yeah, I started doing that. So.
Nice. So before I talk about what I've been playing, I should mention that if you like what you guys hear, let me throw that in there too. You can find us certainly over at weare1ur2games.com. Find us on Patreon, Podbean patron. I think I'm going to move us from Patreon to somewhere else because there's been a little bit of controversy, but we'll talk about that if I decide to do that. It's something that might be better for us. But you also can find us on SoundCloud. Certainly, we've tried to record some of these ahead of time for you for the holidays so that we can still get what you want. We can still have some relaxation time. So they're going to be a little bit more general in topic. But when we come back in the new year, Matt, we're going to celebrate 1 year of doing this.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know how we're going to do that yet. I'm going to come up with something over the break. Maybe some giveaway or something to celebrate that.
Ooh, yeah.
So today, before I talk about what I've been playing, I just want to mention our topic is going to be our most anticipated games of 2019. So I've narrowed it down to about 10 or 11. I tried to do 10, but man, it was really hard when I started looking at it. And so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the other notable games that are coming out that I don't care about that other people might. But what I've been playing is I'm sorry, Dave. A ton of Beat Saber.
You know, it's really funny to interrupt you and tell a little side story. I just saw your sister just came through Chicago. Let's say, folks, that his sister has seen me in Chicago, but he has not. So
True.
Just throwing it out there. But we were saying that, like, because you're a teacher, you've been really good about, not swearing. But man, the past 2 weeks, you've been just dropping them on the podcast. I'm just like,
I know.
What's going on? You've been really
I have no idea.
Yeah, you've been really censor kitty this past couple weeks, and I'm just like, all right.
But even the censor kitty hasn't made an appearance because I've said, just let it go.
Yeah.
But anyway, besides Prey, I've finished Guacamelee 2. Fantastic game.
Nice.
I really highly recommend it. It just makes fun of itself. It makes fun of pop culture. And it's great platform. It's not difficult. It's challenging, but it's never difficult. I started 2064 read-only memories on my Vita. I also started I Am the Hero. I cannot talk enough about that game. I won't rant about it, but it is fantastic. It's an old schooler 2D beat 'em up, but it's at like a 3/4 angle. So like, you know how your traditional 2D scroller like is side to side?
Mm-hmm.
Turn that like 45 degrees away from you. You're moving like diagonally across the screen. It's kind of neat. I've played a lot of Headlander, and that's a game that like, I'm like, I can play this for 10 minutes, and then like 45 minutes goes by. It's a great little like mindless collectathon type thing. And then Beat Saber is probably my main jam right now. I've played it on my PSVR almost every other day.
Nice.
I'm obsessed. Like, I'm in the campaign, and there's 50 levels. I'm stuck on 23. Because you have to be flawless on like expert mode, and
wow.
I just can't do it. It is insane garbage.
Tough.
But
yeah,
I'm excited about that. They did announce on Twitter today, and so by the time that you guys hear this, they'll probably be out. They announced that they had a surprise coming, and so I'm hoping it's either free songs or somebody suggested maybe for the holidays that they turn the blocks into marshmallows and the lightsabers into candy canes.
Nice. Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens. That might be fun too. And then the other one I fired up, but I haven't tried. I bought it for like $10 on a sale recently, and it looks terrible. It's called Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter.
Like, I bought it because it looks so terrible.
I did. I was like, I'm fascinated by how terrible it looked. And I was like, I have to check this out. It's like a 3D shooter. And so I bought it. So I'll let you know how that is. I fired it up, but I didn't get it to really... I mean, the graphics are like PS2 era. And it's literally like girls in like school uniforms with machine guns. And so I can't wait to see how ridiculous it is. All right.
Nice.
So that's what I've been playing and haven't been playing. Let's go ahead and move into the topic for the day, which is we're going to talk a little bit about our most anticipated games today.
Yeah.
All right. I used an algorithm here to figure out my top 10. The algorithm was I typed them as I saw them.
Yeah.
And so...
That's a good algorithm.
That was a good algorithm, I think.
You can't fail.
They're not in a particular order. I thought what we could do, though, is just kind of talk about some of the big ones that are coming out that maybe even aren't on my list that I know people will be excited about. And so, for example, like the new Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe that is coming to the Switch, Kingdom Hearts 3 that I know people are super excited about, Anthem is coming out.
Wait, does Kingdom Hearts 3 actually have a release date?
It does, January 29th.
Wow.
I know.
That's very surprising.
It is.
Do you think it'll get pushed back?
No, it went gold, so it's good.
Yeah.
But Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's not that I'm not excited about that. I just never played the other ones, and I know that's blasphemy to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I promise I'll get there eventually, What else? The new Trials, I believe, right? Is out in February.
Yeah,
Trials Rising.
That was good. That was on my list of things that I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Trials Rising, I believe it's called.
Trials Rising. Sounds like that Bane thing from Batman.
February 12th.
Yeah. Division 2 will be out next year.
Mm-hmm.
You notice I'm skipping certain ones, but that's because I want to mention them on my list. Final Fantasy looks like 7 on the Switch, 9 on the Switch, 10, 12, all on the Switch. So I guess the Switch is getting all the games that have been out for the last 6 years, or even 20 years. Other stuff, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order supposedly will be out next year. Surge 2, Wasteland 3, Wolfenstein Youngblood, which I'm super excited about, but I didn't put on my list. And I feel kind of guilty about that one. But and then there's tons of indie games. Certainly most of the developers we've spoken with have games coming out next year or are shooting for next year.
Yeah.
There's DLC for like Odyssey coming out. Yakuza Judgment was just, announced for summer of next year. People who love Tropico, that's coming out. A new one of those is coming out. I know people love that Fate Extella series. That's got a new one coming out. So there's plenty. There's plenty coming out next year. In fact, I think what I've decided is I would be totally fine with not buying games for a year and nothing coming out. Like, I need that much of a break. You know what I mean?
You mean like you need that much time to catch up? Or?
Yes. I need that much. I probably need more time than that, but I could deal with a year. I could buy no new games next year, play every day next year, and still have a backlog, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it won't happen. I mean, you'll still definitely buy games.
Oh, yeah. Well, the ones I'm going to rattle off will probably all be purchases, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Crash Team Racing was announced, right, at the Game Awards, right? Was that announced then? I believe it was.
I think so, yeah.
So I'm actually really excited about that. I loved Crash Team Racing back in the day.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive 6, God Eater 3, which looks like one I might actually be interested in diving into. Ace Combat, and all its glory cheesiness will come out next year. Tons of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And even, this is a personal side note, I'll be buying it because I don't actually have a physical copy and I want it. We talked about Nier Automata, I think, or maybe we didn't. I can't remember if we talked about that a couple weeks ago or not. But Nier Automata, Game of the Yorha edition is coming out.
We talked about that.
Yeah, and I think it's only going to be either $29 or $39.
That doesn't seem right. Because I feel like they've, even the game now is still not even half price.
I know. You know what's even crazier? Look up Black Box Edition. It's a limited edition that Square Enix released regarding Nier Automata.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to buy it, and I didn't buy it when I saw the pre-orders go up. I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to like this game. Now I wish I had bought it. They're selling on eBay for anywhere from a minimum of $800 to $1,200.
What?
For that collector's
That's
edition.
nuts. Get out of here.
That is the highest I've ever seen a collector's edition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that rare. So anyway, that's a list of some of the ones that are coming out. Let's talk about our lists, though, because that's where it really gets into the nitty gritty. And so these are I think I have a little bit more than 10. I tried really hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrow it down to 10 and give honorable mentions because I did purposely skip over a few. Like I said, in that list, I was just rattling stuff off.
14 is not that big of a list.
Is that what it is? 14?
Yeah, I just can't.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's not bad. So, if I were to do top 15 games, we'll make it top 15. How's that? And I'll add one that I was feeling guilty about.
There you go. Perfect.
Is that good?
So that's a philanthropop. What? Never mind.
Philanthropic?
Yeah, philanthropic. Yeah. Philanthropic decision. Hey,
philanthropic decision. Hells yeah.
I'm allowed to make a mistake for
I know.
For the number of mistakes that you make.
Have you read the blog drop every week too? I think we're allowed to make a few mistakes.
That's true.
So, okay, so what I'll add is for my 15th one then, this is the honor, the one that I guess I totally forgot. I'm going to add Crash Team Racing because when I saw that trailer, I was super nostalgic about it.
Oh, of course.
That'll be my 15th one. So how do you want to do this? You just want to kind of rattle off our lists? And if there's anything we want to talk about? Or do you want to share them one by one?
I mean, I feel like I don't have 15.
So I'll tell you what we'll do is I'll just rattle off my list and then I'll point out specifically why there's 3 of them that I feel like I'm super pumped about over everything else.
Yeah, sure.
And why people should be on the lookout for those.
Yeah.
The ones that I didn't mention that are coming out next year that I am super excited about in my top 15, including Crash Team Racing, include Resident Evil 2's remake, Devil May Cry 5, Mortal Kombat 11, My Friend Pedro, Last of Us Part 2, if it comes out next year. That's a big if. Metro Exodus, which its release date, this was breaking news, I think, yesterday or today. its release date actually got pushed up. And so it's getting released earlier. It was supposed to come out February 22nd. It's now coming out January 15th, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, the same day as Far Cry New Dawn, which is also on my list. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice is on my list. Days Gone, Code Vein, Catherine Full Body, Rage 2, Ape Out. That's coming to Switch and PC, so no PS4 release for that yet. Sense, a cyberpunk, a ghost story. We interviewed Ben Whittleson months ago now. And then Far Cry New Dawn.
Yeah.
So that's what rounds out my list. And I'll talk about my 3. Let's hear what you've got, though, that are similar or different.
Well, I was just going to do my top 3, but...
Oh, well, let's hear the whole list, and then we'll talk about our top 3.
Oh, gosh. Make me do a list and stuff.
Yeah.
I got to do a list on the fly. I didn't write anything down.
Yeah, well,
good
that's why
Lord.
I did it.
Right? Let's see.
By the way, while you're doing that, I just wanted to say mine were in no particular order.
Right. Also, one thing that you didn't have on yours, which I'm kind of surprised, is Anthem.
Yeah, we'll talk about why.
Okay.
We can talk about why.
All right. Anthem is I would say Anthem's on mine. It looks pretty interesting from what I've seen of it. We mentioned before Trials Rising. I really did like the free little Trials, the thing that they put on the PSN, like 1 month.
For PS Plus.
For PS Plus. It was really, really a fun game, I think. Dead or Alive 6, I mean, I feel like those games are pretty good overall. New Dawn, super excited about. Although I have a little bit of a beef. We'll get into that when we talk about it. The Division 2, for sure. We had so much fun playing that together. I feel like the first one, that I feel like it would be a disservice to Ubisoft for me to not play the next one, because I just thought it was just so well. I thought it was well done. I'm sure there was like issues with that people had with it, of course. But Days Gone, of course, Mortal Kombat, of course, which I will like to mention. I was just early on jumping the gun there, because if you remember back to our predictions of E3, my prediction was that they were going to announce that.
Yes.
Obviously, they did not, but they did so at the Game Awards and also gave it a release date. So I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming sometime soon. So, and clearly, obviously it is. It's, coming out in April. Rage 2 for sure. Crash Team Racing. I wouldn't mind giving it a try. I don't think
Have you never played it?
I honestly don't think I ever played the original.
Wow, that's like blasphemy to me.
Yeah, well, as much as I was a PlayStation person, I guess always had friends that had a 64, so we would just play Mario Kart.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. If you have friends. I didn't have friends, so.
Yeah, it's okay.
So forgive me for that.
Yeah, it's all right. Devil May Cry 5 for sure. I always like those games. I like the kind of slashing games that they are. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know about this Jedi Fallen Order, if it's actually going to come out. We'll see.
Right.
I feel like Star Wars games get pushed back a lot.
Oh, yeah. They always get pushed back.
I mean, I know it sounds silly, but it hasn't been announced at all, I guess, or technically, but Lego Movie 2.
Fair enough.
I like the Lego games. They're fun. I think they're just really kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think the other name the one last name, like honorable mention-ish, that kind of stands out to me is Psychonauts 2.
I was wondering if anybody, I don't think I ever played the first one, so I kind of wanted to be excited about that, but I don't know enough about the first one. That was something I missed out on.
Yeah.
I tried to pick up on that, and I just never did.
Oh, and Spelunky 2.
Oh, okay, I missed that one. All right, good stuff. So if you had to narrow that down to your top 3, then what would it be?
Well, obviously I forgot to mention Last of Us Part 2. Again,
if it comes out,
I feel like those are like high rumors that could have come out. But top 3, I would go with. I really like Mortal Kombat games. I would have to go with Mortal Kombat, Far Cry New Dawn. The one thing I will say, since we're doing our top 3, the beef that I said I have with it. Did they ruin the ending of Far Cry 5?
Yeah, I assume they did, because I didn't get to the end.
I didn't either. So, but. It seems like they did. Maybe. Right? Again, I haven't gotten there yet, but it seems like that's what's going to be the ending of the game, right? It's basically the beginning of the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So I was a little peeved about that. But
Ditto.
Last of Us, if it comes out, well, definitely Mortal Kombat, definitely Far Cry New Dawn, and probably third is probably Days Gone.
Interesting. I was wondering if people were excited for that one.
I am. I don't know. What I've seen of it, it seems pretty intense survival. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I like zombie games. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I do too.
I obviously like the silly zombie games like Dead Rising, rather.
Right.
Because those are just absurd and awesome, and because they're absurd. But no, I am excited to see Days Gone. What about you?
Cool. So my top three a little bit different.
Yeah.
And, you know, I kind of pride myself on being the indie guy.
Yeah.
And so actually 2 out of my 3 are indie. And I'm hoping, we've already interviewed one, and that is Sense, the Cyberpunk Ghost Story. I played that demo multiple times, and it's just so different in terms of the lore and what he's doing. I'm really excited to try that full game out. It's going to fit nicely on my Vita as long as that works out for him and everything as well. So Sense, the Cyberpunk Ghost Story, which most people haven't heard of. If you want to check out our interview with Ben Widdowson, maybe I'm a little biased there, but I think I backed it before I asked him to come by and interview, and he had a ton of backers, so there's clearly a desire for that game. And I think he's got a lot laid out in his head, so I guarantee that thing's going to be huge and exciting. Second one is, and this is the one I hope to have on the podcast, My Friend Pedro. I've sent you multiple gifts of that, and I just can't wait for that. It does look
pretty awesome. It really does.
Bullet Ballet, absurd. I'm so pumped to... And Devolver Digital's publishing it, and they published some of my favorite games of the past 2 years. And so I cannot wait to just shoot the crap out of guys while I'm like twisting through the air and like kicking frying pans into their face and deflecting the bullets off the frying pans.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like I'm just super pumped about that. If I knew for sure it was coming out next year, I would say Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
And I also was torn between Devil May Cry and Code Vein because one's anime Dark Souls, and then the other one is just Devil May Cry. I have fond memories of from the first one.
Yeah.
And I started playing the definitive edition just to kind of see what it was like.
Yeah.
It goes to, because it's from Software, because I love the style of their games, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It's basically Dark Souls, and then you get a grappling hook. And it's ninjas, so why wouldn't I want all of that? You know,
Sure.
I loved Neo, and Neo 2, whenever that comes out, will be highly anticipated. But if I'm going to go with ones I know for sure releasing next year, Friend Pedro, Sense, and Sekiro. I don't know if that has an actual release date, but they said 2019. Okay. Oh, no, it does. March 22nd. That's right, March 22nd.
Cool.
So those are my 3. I just can't wait. I'm excited about them.
Yeah, My Friend Pedro does look pretty awesome. Just the kind of, it goes to that absurdity that I like.
Yeah.
It's just, that kind of hail of bullets that you can just kind of tweak and do whatever you kind of want with like the frying pans and the ricochets, and it just looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Mortal Kombat is another tough one that I like. This is why I joked about before we went on air. I said I could go maybe I did say it on air. It's all blending together. I just could go a year without buying anything. But, I mean, Resident Evil 2, I've played that game multiple times, and I looked at some trailers for that remake, and I've read some reports, and it is going to set a standard, supposedly, for remakes. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be gorgeous. And then MK11, I never finished 10. I downloaded it, though, when it was like $8. I bought it.
Nice.
And I want to finish it. Rage 2, I hated the ending of the first Rage. Rage 2 looks like... Rage 2 and Far Cry New Dawn look like they're going to compete with each other for the exact same kind of concept. Because they're both post-apocalyptic. They've both got that, like, colorful, vibrant, like, mayhem feel to them. Hopefully... Gosh, I don't know. I'm getting tired of Far Cry. That's why I couldn't put it on my list of, like, top 5. It would be towards the bottom because... it's become like Assassin's Creed. I just need a break. I didn't play Primal. I didn't finish 5. I barely finished 4. Technically, I finished 5. I did that stupid secret ending.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes, technically, I finished 5. So if that's the ending I go with, then, you know, I'm not canon, but I did finish it in that regard. But I'm just tired of it. And Days Gone looks great. I'm just worried that it's going to flop.
Yeah.
Metro, I'm super excited about. Have you played any of the Metro games?
Yeah.
I love those.
Or yeah. Oh, yeah. I played the first one a little bit. I just couldn't. Like, I think I was just like, it was kind of became a part of my backlog pretty quickly.
Yeah. Those are great games, too. I love the survival element of those.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say about these games or anything? Are there any on here that you think are going to flop next year? Like that shouldn't? Because my prediction would be Days Gone. Days Gone, I think Sony's pumped a lot of money into.
I'm worried about it that it will, but I don't know. It just looks so good.
I feel like that's going to surprise a lot of people in being good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to receive critical acclaim and then flop commercially.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be I know it sounds silly, but I think it's going to be kind of a nice holdover, a nice little place card for
Last of Us.
Yeah, for Last of Us 2.
Yeah, and that's possible too. The other one I think is going to flop, to be honest with you, is Anthem.
Yeah. What's your gripe with that?
I'm just not. It looks awesome, but I'm not sold on the idea. So it's the same problem I have with Destiny. I don't like the idea of having to spend, and this is really the problem I have with Fortnite and several of those games, is that I just don't have the time to grind away to spend on those are persistent games. Those are games as service where you play them every day or you play them every week for a little bit, kind of like you and I did with Rocket League for the past 3 years.
Right.
And I think that's the problem. I only have room for so many games as service. And so if I'm going to dabble with Fortnite, if I'm going to dabble at all with Rocket League, if I'm going to dabble with something like The Division, I really enjoy playing The Division with you. And so I know I'll sink hours into Division 2. I just don't have the room for that stuff. And it comes out the same month as Metro, as Trials. For a lot of people, Crackdown 3, supposedly, I think comes around there too. And then, right before that, you got Kingdom Hearts 3, Resident Evil 2, which I'll pick up Resident Evil 2. And then you've got also, Metro actually, I'm sorry, comes out the month before. So I'm still hungover on Red Dead or AC Odyssey. I just don't have the time for...
Right.
It's like, it makes me want to smack my head against my microphone right now.
Yeah. It's very time consuming.
It is. And it's one thing if you're, it's the problem of adult gamers.
Yeah. Well, that's why we need patrons, so we can just, play these games for the people and let them know our true feelings about the game without having the interference of working actual 9-to-5 jobs.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do Let's Plays and stuff like that. But anyway...
We digress.
We digress. But I mean, there's just not enough time. But even if I had the time to make multiple podcasts with you, multiple Let's Plays, I still wouldn't have enough time. I still know I wouldn't have enough time. Like, I witnessed this as a teacher when I'm off in the summer. I just don't have the time, even then.
Yeah.
And so, and that's the other kicker too, right? Thankfully, there's nothing coming out till you get that break from April to August, right after Days Gone. And that's smart on their part, right? If it comes out April 26th, or thereabouts, that's brilliant because there's nothing in May, there's nothing in June right now, there's nothing in July, there's nothing, I'm pretty sure, till end of August with Shenmue 3, which is a very niche crowd.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's where it benefits. The only thing that's going to compete with it is Mortal Kombat 11 a couple days before.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Rage 2 is in May. My apologies. And then Crash Team Racing. I forgot some of the newer announcements in June. So you do have some things going on. So I lied.
Yeah, but not a lot, right?
Not a lot. Not enough.
Yeah.
To really distract people. So that's going to wrap it up for us, I guess, with that topic, right? Are you good?
I mean, one thing I would like to say is I would like to invite people to join in on the conversation, right? Tweet at us. What's your favorite anticipated game of 2019? We'd like to know, right?
Yeah, we can share that on the next podcast. I know I offered that up on Twitter earlier this week. I don't think anyone heard me. I talk in an echo chamber. It's okay. It's not like I don't have enough followers. I certainly have a decent crowd. I just, I guess I'm on at the wrong times of the day. Let's be honest.
100%. Well, you probably should just tweet from your toilet at like 3 in the morning.
Oh, I lied. How about that? Yeah, you're right. I should probably do that. I lied, though. I did have one response.
Uh-oh, what's the response?
I didn't see it till now because it happened 42 minutes ago.
Hey-oh.
That's why.
That's why.
And so Twitter user RobP_71, also known as Unk Rob on Twitter.
Nice.
He did tweet at me, and he said that Anthem, Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk 27, Biomutant, and Division 2 for starters. Anthem, I apologize, I just trash talked that one. Ghost of Tsushima and Cyberpunk, I bet we're not going to see till 2020.
Yeah.
Unless they shock us, which I don't think they will. Biomutant's one I forgot about.
I was just about to look that up because if it's what I think it is, I am yes.
Yeah, I am excited about that one.
Yeah, I am excited about that one. That looks pretty awesome.
It says summer 2019.
Yeah.
And so we'll see when it actually gets released. I did forget about that, and so that would have been on my top 10 list. And that wasn't on the list I looked at either. So it seems to be an oversight for a lot of people. And then Division 2, certain you and I talked about. We'll have a lot of fun with that as well.
Wait, who was that again? Uncle Rob?
No, Unk.
What?
U-N-K Rob.
Oh, Unk Rob. Okay.
Unk Rob.
Thanks to Unk Rob for shining the light on Biomutant because that is
totally
something we missed. Yeah. But still tweet at us. Please.
Yeah, absolutely. Tweet us. We'd still love to continue that conversation, and we'll pick it up again next week if we have to.
Yeah.
I do want to mention one thing. This is just a side note speaking of side conversations, I'm super excited. I got my Enter the Gungeon special edition, physical edition from Special Reserves Games the other day.
Nice.
And it is the most beautiful, probably one of the most beautiful collector's editions I've had of any game, period.
Cool.
And I've had a lot of collector's editions. I wouldn't be saying that if I had the Nier Automata one, but it is. It's seriously great. And I commend Special Reserves and Dodge Roll Games on getting that together and making that up for people. And it's still available as of this recording for on Special Reserve Games. It's limited to 2,500 copies. I think they had like 500 or less than 500 left. So go pick that up. It's awesome looking. You get your own like Ammonomicon, which is like the book in the game that has a list of all the bullets and all the different weapon types. It's like a 90-page book or something, 100-page book that they printed and put out. That's duplicated from the game, basically. So hopefully, maybe we can talk to them in the future about some limited physical releases they might have coming up.
Cool.
And so I invite them on the podcast as well. All right. That's going to do it, I guess.
For the talk, yeah.
Yeah, for the talk.
Sweet.
Let's go ahead and move into the drop.
See you soon.
So these are the games that are coming out the week we're recording. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Do you have the link? Did I give it to you?
No, you did not.
Hang on, I'm giving it to you.
Oh, snap.
Hang on. All right. We got it. All right, we're together now. So I'll start us off. This is a big week. Some good games, some not so good games. I'm kind of excited about this first one because it's on the Vita, and I feel like this is a perfect fit for the Vita. Atari Flashback Classics is out on the PS Vita, out digital. 12/14. Excuse me. I'm not falling asleep, I promise.
I was about to say, was that a yawn?
It was. With all new trophies, rankings, and multiplayer support bringing players together, combined with the amazing archive of classic artwork, make Atari Flashbacks the most complete Atari collection ever seen on a handheld device.
Cool.
Not to be outdone.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, Atari Flashbacks Classics Volume 3. Well, where's Volume 2?
Well, here's the funny part. This one, the first one's out on Vita, and this Volume 3 is out on PS4, which means the other two must be already out on PS4.
Oh, okay. You're a smart one, Rob. You should probably look that up to confirm.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. I don't need to look it up. It's fine.
That's true. You are the big buck. You're the big money earner. So, good for you. Anyways, all right. PS4 digital out 12/13. Atari Flashback Classics 3. Volume 3 brings more classic arcade Atari 2600 and 5200 games to the latest generation of consoles, and for the first time, vintage hits from M Network. Ooh, I don't know what M Network is.
I don't either, but sounds awesome. All right. As if you didn't get, oh my Lord. All right. As if you didn't get enough Red Dead this year. Now you've got BB and Tina, the movie game. PS4 digital out 12/14. Ride as BB or Tina over hill and dale through the glorious countryside around Martinshaw. Face numerous challenges and demonstrate your sporting prowess in the decisive race in the maze.
Oh, see what they did there?
I see what they did there.
Oh, man. Oh, they meant corn maze, but they put maze. Oh, so good.
So
all right.
good.
Not to be outdone again. I don't know if is this the same character, maybe? I don't know. BB Bloxburg, The Great Witch Broom Race 3. PS4 digital out 12/14. A wild witch rally begins. BB and her friends leap onto their broomsticks and explore exciting worlds with mysterious witches, potions. Oh, sorry. There shouldn't be a pause there. With mysterious witches potions and turbulent aerial maneuvers, they zoom through the age of the dinosaurs, the Orient, and Transylvania.
That's such a great combination. Dinosaurs, Orient, and Transylvania.
All right.
Alrighty. Borderlands 2 VR. Out digitally 12/14. The iconic shooter-looter gets in your face. Virtually immerse yourself in the untamed world of Borderlands. Step into the boots of a treasure-seeking vault hunter armed with 80 bazillion guns on a quest to line your pockets with loot. And from what I've read, it doesn't have any of the DLC or extra stuff that Borderlands 2 has since then.
Yeah.
And the other thing I've read is that Gearbox is waiting to see how people receive this and whether or not it sells before they commit to making more VR games.
Wait, who was it?
Gearbox?
Oh, okay. I thought you said Yearbox.
No, Gearbox. Gearbox.
Okay. All right. Oh, my ears aren't working apparently. All righty. We talked to him, 2 weeks ago? Last week?
Yeah, something like that.
And here is his baby, almost literally. Desert Child. PS4 digital. Are you... Oh, sorry. Not a question. It's a statement. You are a young hover bike racer who needs to figure out how to escape. Or scrape. Good Lord, I'm going to start over. I got to do this justice for him. You are a young hover bike racer who needs to figure out how to scrape enough cash together through racing and odd jobs to punch your one-way ticket to the Red Planet to enter the biggest race in the universe, the Grand Prix.
And there's pizza involved, according to him. So that is not in the description, but exciting.
Yeah, you deliver pizza.
Yes.
Well, that's how you scrape enough cash together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Double Switch, 25th Anniversary Edition, out on PS4 digital. Originally developed by Digital Pictures and released in 1993. Goodness, that was 25 years ago. Double Switch has been completely rebuilt for the PS4.
We're crushing it. We're killing it on this drop.
Bringing it to a level of video quality never before seen. What's funny about that, too, is that for once, they have coherent sentences, right? Other
we're
weeks,
messing them up.
It's not us. Other weeks, it's them. This week, they're okay so far, and it's us.
It's 100% us, yeah. Yes, Rob, it has been 25 years since 1993. We old. All right, next one, we got Dragonfly Chronicles, PS Vita and digital. Play as Mark West in his quest to find out what happened to his father and what the Dragonfly is conspiring. Destroy deadly enemies and creatures as you escape from exploding facilities and enjoy awesome comic book cinematic cutscenes. Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to look that one up.
Yeah, that sounds pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about exploding factories, but we'll see. All right.
Facilities.
Facilities, I'm sorry. Goodness.
Come on.
Earth I had already scrolled. Earth Defense Force 5, PS4 digital. Humanity. Fight against fate. Now begins the ultimate battle between huge aliens and EDF. The world existence is staked on this war. Become one of the soldiers of EDF and exterminate the invading aliens. Protect peace on Earth.
I don't understand I don't understand that first sentence. Humanity fight against fate?
Yeah, I don't either.
What?
I also feel like the next game that you're about to read, I swear to God, we read last week. Because I'm pretty sure you read it.
Pretty sure, yeah. I'm gonna do it again. Escape game. No, you did it because I asked if you were saying hello or goodbye.
Oh, that's right.
Escape game Aloha. PS4 digital out 12/14. Must have been pushed back. You are in a beautiful villa overlooking the sea in Hawaii. Find and combine items, solve puzzles, solve puzzles, then escape. After the ending, you can play hide and seek with animals. Ooh, can you find them all?
Ooh, interesting.
Pretty cool.
Gungrave VR. Gungrave VR. That's really all it is. I don't know why they wrote that other one. PSVR digital retail. The acclaimed Gungrave.
It's 2 games.
Huh? Oh, it is 2 games? Oh, okay, yeah. Gungrave VR UN. I apologize.
Yeah.
The acclaimed Gungrave series is reborn on PlayStation VR. Gungrave VR and the standalone sequel, Gungrave VR UN, are also available together in one complete set. Oh, I see. Gungrave VR Loaded Coffin Edition.
See, instead of putting 3 descriptions like they did for what?
Persona.
Yeah.
Okay, I got what's going on now.
They got smart. They got smart. Alrighty. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. PS4 digital. This is a Dungeons and Dragons game. Ooh. Idle Champions, an official free-to-play Dungeons and Dragons-based strategy game, challenges players to assemble a party of champions and master the art of formation strategy. The key to glory is learning how to combine champion abilities to defeat powerful monsters.
All right. I understand that.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Kingdom 2 Crowns. Build your kingdom and secure it from the threat of the greed in the next evolution of the award-winning MicroStrategy franchise. Experience new technology, units, enemies, mounts, and secrets in the brand new solo or co-op campaign mode.
So what makes it MicroStrategy, do you think? Is it a tiny game?
I don't know. I feel like I should know that, and I don't.
Yeah. All right, just wondering. All right. Kingmaker, Rise to the Throne. PS4 digital out 12/14. 2 knights are tricked into a conspiracy against the crown. Persuade by the royal... Or, what? Persuade, right? Yeah, persuade by the royal guard and ruthless... Oh, good Lord.
That's okay.
Wow. Nailed it. I'm crushing it. Pursued by the royal guard and ruthless conspirators, the brothers embark on a dangerous journey to uncover the kingdom's shameful secrets, restore family honor, and change their fate.
Nice. Ooh. Now, this one released a Special Reserve Games actually, or not Special Reserve Games, goodness, Limited Run Games actually did a limited release of this game, so it's kind of cool. It's now coming out on Vita.
Isn't this an infamous game?
It is, because of the time. Now it's just horribly cheesy.
Yeah.
It's an FMV game.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Night Trap, 25th Anniversary Edition, PS Vita out, digital 12/13. Now it's out on everything officially. Originally developed for Digital Pictures in 1987 and released in 1992. Night Trap has been completely rebuilt for the PS4, bringing it to a level of video quality never before seen. Oh.
That's pretty awesome.
Now, this next one I'm kind of excited about because I saw this on the store for pre-order, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of neat.
All right, cool. Red Matter, PSVR digital. Red Matter is a story-driven VR puzzle adventure game set during a dystopian sci-fi Cold War. Take on the role of an astronaut dispatched to an abandoned moon base on a frozen, faraway planet to investigate a shady top-secret research project. Ooh.
I like it.
They couldn't name the planet? I guess not.
No, I guess not. Not to be outdone, though. The one, the only Richie's Plank Experience. You're on a plank. This is PS4 digital, which I feel like this should be VR.
I do, too. I was just wondering that.
I wonder if that's an error.
Be a VR.
Yeah, you're on a plank 80 stories high. I mean, it's not very much fun on PS4. VR could make sense. Knees shaky, palms sweaty, eating mom's spaghetti. Just kidding. I had to throw it in there.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, we all were. I just wanted to confirm it for the rest of us.
Good time.
Do you dare make it to the end? Richie's Plank lets you experience the thrill of doing the impossible. This is a short experience made for entertaining your friends and family. That's definitely a VR, and it's
gotta be
they
VR,
botched
dude.
it.
Come on.
Yeah.
If it's not, like when I was in London, at like their tallest building, what's it called? The Shard?
Yeah, I think so.
They actually had this kind of their own VR experience on top of their own building.
That's cool.
And it was like this kind of a thing where you had like walk a little plank and pick something up and then walk back. And like, you know, as you're doing it, like the floor fell out from under you. So it looked like you're like, you know, I don't know, 120 stories in the air or something like that. So yeah. All right. Smash Hit Plunder, PSVR Digital. It's time to wreck a castle. Smash alone, together, or against friends in VR and TV. I don't know what that means. Smash Hit Plunder is a physics-based tear-it-up set in a medieval castle. Be a powerful mage with the freedom to roam in first person in a retro isometric game.
Interesting. All right. As if we couldn't talk enough about it, it's still around. Prey, Typhon Hunter, PSVR.
Typhon hunting.
Typhon hunting. I call him Typhon hunting. Prey, Typhon. I can't even say it now. It's a lethal game of hide and seek between a single survivor, Morgan Yu, and 5 other players who stalk, hunt, and hide in plain sight as shape-shifting mimic aliens. Will Morgan or the mimics prevail? That sounds really cool. It's 5-on-1. If you bought Moon Crash, it's free.
Right.
Now, it says PSVR, but that's kind of simplifying it because I think you can play that on the PS4. And then the PSVR version is actually like an exploratory, like pre-prey opportunity to walk around on the ship or on the station and kind of explore it through like a story mode.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So there's 2 different things there. There's the 5-on-1 hunter mode, which is regular PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you just have to own Moon Crash, the DLC, to get that for free. And then the VR also comes with it, but that's like a walking simulator type. Like you solve puzzles, it tells you stories, you meet people. It's like pre-prey.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's actually 2 separate modes there. The drop didn't specify that.
Well, thanks, Robert, for knowing what the drop meant to say.
No problem. That's what I'm here for, to fix the errors of their ways.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a great job. 100%. All right, what do we got next? We've got The Video Kid, PS4 Digital. Ooh. It's the 1980s. The kid needed to earn some cash to take his girlfriend out. So by delivering pirate videotapes to his customers and staying one step in front of the cops, he quickly became the Video Kid. It looks like Paperboy. Like an 8-bit Paperboy where you're just like delivering
videos.
Yeah, bootleg.
Makes me think of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. He's like, I gotta go to the video store. I gotta return some videotapes. All right.
You're legit on a skateboard. I'm pretty sure it's like the same kind of thing.
Warbot PSVR. The cover art's pretty cool. Gravity Strike. Warbot is a VR fighting game by controlling robot through mapping mode. Warbot is a VR fighting game by controlling robot through mapping mode. I did read that correctly. It's designed and built for VR immersive experience. You have high freedom of assembly, which allows you to create your own unique robot.
Cool. I feel like we've lost our credibility a little bit this week because we messed up so much in the beginning. Now that there's finally a mess up on their ends, people are like, nah, he messed up.
Yeah. No, Warbot, go check out the blog. It is definitely translated. There are definitely verbs and some adjectives missing there and some articles. Alrighty, well, that'll do it.
That will.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you soon.
No Metacritic quips this week. We're going to get back into that, though. I promise. Probably, next week. So thanks for, stopping by and hanging out. And we'll get that all together for you. And until next time, game on.
Game on. This is the outro music for this week. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas, or whatever the you celebrate. Oops, sorry about the censor kitty. Gotta go to Audacity and hit stop.